there is no doubt that during practice, fights are going to ensue. They're almost always there every year.
Yep.
Well, this was the case. This was the case with the Seattle Seahawks as they practiced the other day. I think this was this was yesterday actually. As they practiced yesterday, Wednesday.
There's 5 fights.
Yeah, but specifically, I'm going to talk about the Seahawks. But
at Seahawks.
Oh, you're talking about at the Seahawks.
Yeah. There were 5 fights.
Yeah. But I'm going to specifically talk about
the DK
Metcalf. Just let me cook.
Yeah. So let me eat.
I'll give you like a chronological order of the big things that happened. First of all, Jake Bobo, which is everyone's little white wide receiver, and Trey Brown, who's a cornerback. Yeah. Who's not? Who doesn't like Jake Bobo?
Who's Jake Bobo?
Well, everybody that knows Jake Bobo. Him and Trey Brown, who was a cornerback, got into a scuffle. Bobo took his helmet off, which is a no-no when you get in a scuffle, a fight in football. Never take your helmet off. And then Trey Brown comes in with the right hook, bloodies his nose, right? Well, now, not too long after, Kenneth Walker goes in for like a touchdown, a late hard hit by a linebacker, and then all chaos just went. Everybody just started fighting. Well, in the midst of everybody fighting, DK Metcalf takes his helmet off and absolutely Mason Rudolph's Trey Brown. Do you remember that when Mason Rudolph got hit by Myles Garrett with his helmet? Yeah, DK Metcalf did that with Trey Brown.
Yep.
And it was literally, Ole Miss, man, he got suspended so many times in college. It was crazy. But it happened in college. It happens in the NFL. I guess people just never change. But my question is, will this hurt the team's chemistry?
No.
Whatsoever whenever regular season comes to
No, not at all. It won't hurt. You know why it won't hurt? Because it wasn't we need more fights to enjoy practice. This way to build. No, exactly. See, that's what I'm saying. No, Jack and I are totally in agreement with this. I don't think that. So when I had the opportunity to play in my very minuscule bullshit football that I did, fights were a lot. Like you fought, you just decided. Dude, I played in the day when there was fucking triples. We used to do triples, and you were hot. It was tired. You were tired of going against the same shit. You were tired about the coach being like a route wasn't run wrong or right, or a route or like something like a responsibility wasn't done correctly. I don't necessarily think it was like DK was going after him per se because like he did something wrong. Like I think it's an overall frustration of just like the continuous like pounding and everything like that. But guess what? At the end of the day, they're going to be coming together as a team. And I guarantee if anything were to happen to either one of them, while obviously opposite sides of the ball, it helps to have that. It brings the team together. It really does. Like you're going to fight and you're going to get pissed off. But guess what? Like, all right. So more recently, I got into an argument with my neighbor. And all right, so this is so messed up, but I'm cool with it. So I got into an argument with my neighbor, like nothing like serious, whatever. Like it was just like my dog got under their fence and like we got into like not a scuffle, but like I decided to raise my voice, which is actually, believe it or not, MJ, fuck you. Believe it or not, is super rare for me to raise my voice. Like I actually don't really like to. I don't raise my voice. I don't like to like fight or anything like that. That's not my style. I try to solve things in a proper way. Just study a tape of NWA. One day I was walking by with the Walkman on when I caught a guy give me an awkward eye. No one knows that one, huh? No, seriously though. Like so, out of nowhere, last week, we just like were talking. I was like, "Hey, man, like I'm really sorry." Blah blah. He's like, "Dude, me too. Like I didn't mean anything by it. Like it is what it is." I'm like, "Say, dude, it is what it is." So guess what ends up happening? Brings me a beer. I bring him a beer. Brings me a case of beer. I bring him what's Charles his grill. And lo and behold, all of a sudden we're like all good. He's like, "Oh, we're gonna be moving soon." I'm like, "All right, all good." Blah blah. So again, I actually think this is a good thing. It brings people together. I always say this. This is one of my things. The brothers fight. Like people that are smart individuals that are also competitive individuals will argue, will fight. MJ and I have competed big time. Shit, I'll tell you right now, I disagree with a lot of things that Jack says in the comments. But I'm gonna tell you right now, though, that like if like that guy calls me the other day and being like, "Hey man, I need some help with this," I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna be like, "Hey, listen, I got you. Like anything you need, I got you." MJ, anything you need, I got you. Like so, it's a camaraderie thing. It's a competitive thing. You disagree with what people say. You may disagree with what people do, but it's a good thing for the Seahawks, and I hope it works out well because I think not only that, it's DK Metcalf. Who the fuck with him?
The only reason I'm going to disagree with you is because I'm a Golden State Warriors fan and I watched Draymond Green ruin a championship.
Yeah. Well
It's different though in basketball and football. Let's keep it a
buck. Is it though?
It used to be. It used to be,
but now we've got
hold on.
every little NFL
Michael
player
Jordan
wants to demand trades just like the NBA now.
Michael Jordan punched Steve Kerr in the face and gave him a black eye. So you can't give.
No, I'm talking about like now, and I'm not talking about just like the overall aspect of the two sports. Fights, for sure. In the NFL, it's more there's more of a, I guess, conditioning.
No, it's a Neanderthal. It's a Neanderthal fucking game. That's how it should be. We're fucking men. We have testosterone. We're gonna fucking do this shit. It's how it is.
Yes, but I'll also say there are way more divas in the NFL than there used to be. Like, there are way more players that if they got in a fight with a teammate, they would demand a trade and be gone. So my thing is you have to be careful about who you're fighting with. If it's an O lineman and a D lineman, it's one thing, right? But like if Chris Jones walked up and punched Travis Kelce in the face, I find it hard to believe that those two guys would be on the same team for the rest of this season. Like there are certain players in this league now, and there are more and more of them every day that are not the hardcore football players that you are used to. They are divas. They are pretty boys. And as Nate likes to say, the offense is the pretty boys. There's a lot more pretty boys on defense now too. Like Sauce Gardner may be a dog, but he's a pretty boy. If you're telling me that he would not get offended and get butthurt over a teammate punching him, I find that very hard to believe. And there are a lot more of those guys in the NFL right now.
So real quick, I don't disagree with that to an extent. The one thing I will say, like when it's on the field, I think it's different. You know what I'm saying? So like if it's on the field and you're ripping off a guy's mask and stuff and like just deciding to be a fucking clown, I think that like there's like a almost like a, hey man, I got heated, I'm not bad, like, you know, whatever. But if it was a situation and this happened, all right, so when you were talking, MJ, I was thinking about like, okay, like hear him out, don't interrupt right away, like think of a time that like you could recall that this shit happened. So the Chicago Bears, go figure, had a situation that this occurred. And dude, like I think you were too young. You might be too young to remember this because I'm old as a motherfucker. Olin Kreutz broke the jaw of one of the other offensive linemen. I can't remember off the top of my head who it was, but he broke the jaw of somebody because in like all the offensive linemen, defensive linemen, everybody was like hanging out, whatever. They were shooting together. And when I say shooting, not shooting basketballs, but they were pew-pewing. And they started talking shit. And Olin Kreutz punched. It was Fred Miller. Yes, it was the left tackle or right tackle, Fred Miller. Yes, and he punched him in the jaw, broke his jaw, and that was news, like whatever. But you know what though? I'm sorry, I might be a meathead, but I like that. I want my fucking leader that's an offensive lineman or defensive lineman to be that guy. Am I stupid? Am I naive for saying that? But anyway, go on. No, okay. So again,
I really do think it's different when it's linemen.
It's a different situation. So, like, if you're on the field and heated on the field or whatever, that's fine. This is a little different situation where, like, he's an idiot. That's a fucking dumbass thing to do.
Yeah, and I just, again, I would be more and more careful as the years go along here in the NFL. Not to get into culture and everything, but like
calling people pussies now. Got it.
Yeah. 100%. Like
I'll say whatever.
They used to do full practices all year, and now everybody are babies just because Antonio Brown is running a Twitter account called CTE ESPN.
He's hilarious, though.
He's fantastic. Yeah.
He's hilarious.
Jason Tatum's highlights from today, and it's just butt sweat.
Oh, I missed it. I didn't see it. Connor, real quick. I did? My bad. Hey, CTE, dude. CTE.
CTE ESPN.
Oh.
What else you got, Connor?
CTE TTT. Connor, hold on real quick. Connor, do you know if Nate's coming on tonight?
I have no idea. But I can send the link.
How come we don't have
real quick?
This is hold on, let me put this up. That's pretty good.
I feel like Antonio Brown could, though.
Oh, 100% he could.
Sorry, Your Honor. I'm insane.
I would love. Hey, all right, real quick. Can we please, Antonio, if you can, you are more than welcome to jump on Third Down Thursdays at your convenience, because I would love the opportunity for you to say anything you want. This is a free platform. We own this shit. You can say anything you want. You can talk shit to anybody. You can say anything you want. And my guy, please, I would anything. Jet, anything? Anything? Anything. You can say anything. You can say whatever you want, and we can talk about it. We can post it. We can run with it, because I ain't scared of jack shit. Let's have some fun with our content and the things that we do. How about that, bitches?